How's it going, mystic friends? Let's talk about Mercury retrograde in Pisces, because this one is not your average, oops, I sent the wrong text. This is cinematic, spiritual, timeline shifting energy. Mercury stations retrograde in Pisces on February 26th, and the timing alone tells us everything. This happens right after the Saturn-Neptune conjunction, also known as the cosmic reality check, plus spiritual awakening combo. And right before a lunar eclipse in Pisces, translation, the universe is forcing a pause so we can actually integrate everything that just cracked open. This retrograde is less about logic and more about intuition, memory, emotions, dreams, and the subconscious. Pisces doesn't speak in straight lines, it speaks in symbolism, signs, flashbacks, gut feelings, and those random realizations that hit you in the shower. Expect old conversations, old feelings, old versions of yourself to resurface, not to haunt you, but to be understood differently this time. And let's be real, after Saturn and Neptune just rewired our sense of faith, boundaries, and purpose, Mercury retrograde is like, okay, but did you actually hear the message? This is the Cosmic Review session. You're being asked to slow down, reflect, and listen between the lines, especially where you've been confused, idealistic, or avoiding the truth. Now here's the glow-up moment, the Mercury Cazimi on March 7th. This is when Mercury meets the Sun in Pisces, the heart of the retrograde. This is the clarity portal. The fog lifts just enough for a truth download. Expect revelations through dreams, conversations, journaling, or sudden emotional clarity. Something clicks, something makes sense, something you were spiraling about suddenly feels peaceful. Mercury stays retrograde until March 20th, so think of this as a sacred rewind. Not everything needs a decision right now, not everything needs fixing. Some things just need compassion, closure, and forgiveness, especially toward yourself. This Mercury retrograde isn't here to mess things up. It's here to soften you, reconnect you with your intuition, and help you release narratives that no longer align with who you're becoming. Move gently, trust your inner voice, and if life feels a little surreal right now, congrats, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Alright, now let's get into where this Mercury retrograde is hitting for each zodiac sign. And yes, we've got the survival tips because we're not going in unprepared. Pisces, main character season but introspective. This retrograde is all about you, your identity, your voice, your image, and how you show up in the world. You may feel misunderstood or unsure about how to express yourself right now. And that's okay. You're shedding an old version of yourself that no longer fits the timeline you're stepping into. People from the past might resurface, or you may realize you've outgrown certain roles you've been playing. Survival tips. Slow your roll before making big personal rebrands. Journal instead of over-explaining. Rest your nervous system. Let actions speak louder than words. Your clarity returns after March 20th. Trust that. Aries. Spiritual detox unlocked. This is deep subconscious territory. Old fears, dreams, secrets, and emotional patterns are coming up, so they can be released, not relived. You might feel more tired and spaced out or emotionally sensitive. That's your intuition getting louder. This is karmic cleanup energy before a major personal reset. Survival tips. Prioritize sleep like it's your job. Limit overstimulation and doom scrolling. Meditate, pray, pull cards, or write your dreams down. Don't force answers. They'll come when you stop chasing them. Taurus. Friend group audit. Future plans under review. This retrograde is revisiting community, friendships, collaborations, and long-term goals. You may reconnect with old friends or realize certain alliances no longer align with your future. Plans may shift, not to disappoint you, but to redirect you towards something more authentic. Survival tips. Observe before reacting. Don't overcommit socially. Revisit old goals and ask if they still excite you. Protect your energy in group settings. Not everyone deserves front row access anymore. Gemini. Career plot twist incoming. And yeah, this one's big. Mercury is your ruler, so you'll feel this retrograde loud and clear, especially around career, reputations, authority figures, and life direction. Miscommunications at work or delays in plans aren't failures, they're course corrections. You're being asked to redefine what success actually means to you. Survival tips: double check emails and contracts, avoid impulsive career announcements, reflect on past professional choices, they hold clues. Let your reputation be built on integrity, not urgency. Cancer. Belief system reboot, plot twist edition. This retrograde is shaking up your beliefs, mindset, faith, and future vision. You might question a path you thought you were certain about: school, travel plans, spiritual beliefs, or even a philosophy you have been living by. This isn't doubt. This is discernment. Your worldview is maturing. Survival tips: pause big decisions involving travel or education. Revisit old spiritual practices or teachings. There's a wisdom you missed the first time. Journal your realizations. Trust that confusion is part of the expansion. Leo. Deep feelings, deeper truths. This is emotional excavation energy. Mercury retrograde here brings up intimacy, trust, shared finances, and emotional attachments. Old wounds may resurface so you can finally process them without armor. Conversations around money or power dynamics might feel sensitive. Handle them gently. Survival tips: don't avoid the uncomfortable talks, just don't rush them. Protect your emotional boundaries. Double check shared financial agreements. Let vulnerability be strength, not fear. Virgo. Relationship review season. Since Mercury rules you, this retrograde hits extra personal. Partnerships of all kinds, romantic, business, even situationships, are under review. Past partners may reappear, or you may see someone's behavior more clearly. This is about recalibrating balance in communication. Survival tips: listen more than you speak, avoid ultimatums, clarify expectations after emotions settle. If something feels off, trust that feeling is information, not insecurity. Libra. Routines, health, and habits. Get a soft reset. This retrograde is highlighting your daily systems, work-life balance, and wellness routines. You might feel scattered or burnout. If your schedule isn't aligned with your energy, this is the universe asking you to work smarter, not harder. Survival tips: simplify your to-do list, build in rest without guilt, revisit old wellness habits that actually work for you. Slow productivity is still productivity. Scorpio. Romance, creativity, and joy under review. This retrograde is reopening themes around love, dating, passion projects, self-expression, and pleasure. Old crushes, creative ideas, or emotional patterns could resurface, not to distract you, but to show you how much you've grown. You're redefining what brings you joy and what actually drains it. Survival tips: create for yourself, not for validation, and don't romanticize mixed signals. Let play be healing. If it feels forced, it's not aligned. Sagittarius. Home, family, and emotional roots get a reboot. This is deep inner child energy, conversations with family, memories from the past, or emotional triggers tied to home may come up. You're being asked to create emotional safety from the inside out, not run from it. Survival tips: slow down and nest. Revisit old family patterns with compassion, not blame. Clean your space. Physical clutter equals emotional clutter. Rest is productive right now. Capricorn. Mind chatter plus communication remix. This retrograde affects thinking patterns, conversations, siblings, contracts, and daily interactions. Miscommunications are likely, but so are meaningful reconnections. You're being asked to speak with intention, not autopilot. Survival tips: read messages twice before sending, write things down, revisit old ideas. One of them is ready now. Choose clarity over control. Aquarius. Money, self-worth, and values. Check. This retrograde is asking you to reassess financial habits and self-esteem. Old money stories may resurface, scarcity beliefs, undercharging, or tying worth to productivity. This is about realigning your resources with what you actually value. Survival tips. Delay big purchases if you can. Review budgets and subscriptions and spending habits. Affirm your worth daily. It's not up for debate. Invest energy where it feels sustainable. This retrograde is teaching all signs how to trust intuition over anxiety, compassion over control, and rest over burnout. You're not meant to have it all figured out right now. You're meant to listen to your body, your dreams, the signs you keep brushing off, and the version of you that's been quietly asking for gentleness. If something from the past reappears, it's not random. It's here for closure, clarity, or confirmation that you've outgrown it. And if the path ahead feels unclear, that's because you're still rewriting the story.